Don't. I I need to do not do these things. We're going over some plane etiquette. Let's get into it now. Hey, so my name's Captain Denlinger. I'm an airline pilot and I have been for 10 years. And we're going to go over some airplane etiquette, some airport etiquette things that just, one, should just be common sense and a couple that maybe just drive me nuts. So, first one I'm going to get into, we're going to talk about a couple of them that are if you are in the airport, then we'll get into the airplane stuff. I've got three for in the airport. Number one, this reminds me of a line from Friends. Monica said, have you ever heard of a key? It's what some people sing in. I'm going to say, have you ever heard of a straight line? It's what some people walk in. It drives me nuts. If you're in an airport, just walk in a straight line. I cannot tell you how many times, like every single trip, I am walking through the airport and I'm just walking straight, and then someone else this way, that way, zigzags all over the place. Like, I'm not kidding. You've seen them yourself. You've probably been that person. Just saying this way, that way. It's like, it's early in the morning. Like, I understand. Obviously, I do it all the time for my job, but some people, like, they fly once a year, once every other year, maybe. So it's just a new environment, but just walk in a straight line. It's not that hard. Number two, kind of along the same lines, but people do it all the time. Again, new environment. You don't do it that often. If you need to stop and figure out where the rest of your group is, what gate you're going to, where a bathroom is, if you've got a layover, like where your group is going to go eat or something like that, don't do it in the middle of the hallway. Please do not do it in the middle of the hallway. Step off to the side, find an empty gate for the 10 of you to stand in or something like that. But do not, I repeat, do not just stop with your group of 5, 10, whatever people and all your luggage, just in a big cluster in the middle of the hallway where, there are hundreds of people trying to go, both ways. Step off to the side. It's not that hard. Don't stop in the middle of the hallway. Number three, this happened to me the other week. So this is the only reason I bring it up. But if you're in a security line, obviously, usually, especially at bigger airports, crew members have their own specific line to go through security. You may have seen the signs. It's called known crew member right now. It's actually going to get changed here later this year. We're not super excited about it, but things happen. So we usually have that, but just to keep the security protocols and just making sure that doesn't get abused. Known crew member, when you go through that, there are random checks that happen. So there are some times that you'll go through there, we'll scan our badge, and then they'll say, okay, you got selected to do random screening, the random extra screening. So then we've got to go through the regular TSA pre-check line with all the other passengers. If that happens, crew members, it is TSA protocol, crew members go to the front of the line. Because why wouldn't we? You want to get where you're going, right? You're not going there if we're not up front, getting the plane ready to fly. You're not going there unless there are, there's one flight attendant for every 50 passengers in the back of the airplane. If we can't get to the plane, you're not going anywhere. So if you're in security line and crew members kind of buzz through to the front of the line, it's protocol. Most times, TSA agents will yell at passengers if you don't, but just know crew members go first in security. Just be patient, let us go through so we can go get the plane ready so that when you get there, we're ready to go and you're not delayed, okay? So now, once we get into the plane, let's go over 3 etiquette tips for being in the plane, okay? First one, and this is what I think is, a good practice. This may be, controversial. Tell me down below if you don't agree with this. But I think, not in our plane. In our plane, you've got 2 seats and 2 seats. But if you are in a bigger plane that's got 3 seats and 3 seats, middle seat gets both armrests. Debate that down below if you want to. But in my opinion, the aisle seat, they get extra room out in the aisle. They can, put their leg out there if they need some, extra leg room, when service isn't happening or whatever, between people going to and from the bathroom. You got a little bit of extra room over there. The person that has the window obviously has the window and, can have that to lean against, whatever. The person in the middle doesn't have extra aisle room, doesn't have a window to look out of easily. So in my opinion, I think the proper etiquette thing to do if you are in a plane that has 3 seats and 3 seats, The person who has the middle seat gets both armrests at least. Number 2, do not stand up unless you absolutely have to and have approval from a flight attendant. Do not stand up while the plane is taxiing out to the runway. Do not, unless you have approval from a flight attendant or you're, going to have an accident, stand up and start walking around the airplane when you are taxiing from the runway back to the gate once you've landed somewhere. It is our safety protocol. Any airline has this. If there are passengers up moving around, the plane cannot move. Do not get up and start walking around unless it's an emergency. You absolutely have to. And then don't be that person that gets up and once you get to the gate and the seatbelt sign gets up, just grabs your bag and runs to the front of the airplane. Wait your turn unless you have a tight connection and the flight crew has communicated to the plane and everyone on board that we're delayed, we have tight connections. Let people who have to get to their plane quickly go to the front of the airplane. Then go ahead. Other than that, wait your turn. And my last one, just so you know, for security reasons, we obviously cannot take prepared food from passengers. So if you want to say thank you, for flying us, this is great, you're just going to give me whatever, don't bake us cookies or anything like that. We can't take it. It's in our manuals. It's prohibited. We can't do it. Packaged food, if you buy something in the airport, it's kind of like, yeah, some people take it, some people won't. We're allowed to, but yeah, some people are still a little bit weird about it. Probably the best practice I've seen for if you want to say thank you to your crew members for flying you to your destination, to vacation, whatever, is a gift card. And we are a lot of times up early, so a lot of us like coffee. So probably the gift cards that we get the most often are Starbucks or Dunkin' or something like that. So there you go. Those are my etiquette tips for in the airport and in the airplane. Hope you liked them. Tune in next time for whatever I want to cover next time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.